Oh my gosh, folks, we are finally back at it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part I've lost track of playing Plants vs. Zombies, trying to beat the game without planting any sunflowers. It's been almost a year since I've been back at this, but we're gonna continue with World 5 up on the roof. Enough of those freaking ads, if you know what I mean. Okay, well, we're gonna play some Plants vs. Zombies without playing any sunflowers. How about that? Take our typical rooftop plants. Take some of these guys to block off. Might want a cherry bomb just to explode some stuff. And I completely forgot, do potato mines work on the roof? I think they do. Actually, do want a jalapeno. Do it that way. Yeah, I don't want any sun-producing plants. Let's go. Screw that. Because we're playing like gangsters today, man. So, the early stages are not too bad. But then you get the ladder zombies. Way we might be dealing with them is with potato mines. We may have no other choice. We may literally have no other choice. I need another cabbage pult, desperately. He's starting to advance in. If he eats my flower pot, I'm not going to be too happy. Alright, I think we got him down. There he goes. Alright, folks, huge wave. Huge wave is approaching. What are we gonna do when the huge wave is approaching? Well, nothing too serious in this huge wave. Usually the first wave isn't that bad, but the second wave is when it gets scary. I have to think about... Oh, there he comes. I was gonna say I have to think about... Oh, wait a minute. This ain't gonna work on him. I need a squash. Sun, fall out of the sky, please. Thank you. I was about to say, this is not gonna work. That potato mine is not gonna charge on time. And, okay, maybe this potato mine will charge on time. I'm hoping it will. I know the ladder zombie's fast. Please charge, potato mine. Please charge. Oh, here we go. Boom! Got him. That was pretty clutch there, Mr. Potato Mine. Okay. We're dealing with the ladder zombies as best we can. I'm thinking... I don't know what's at Crazy Dave's shop, but I know there's like lawnmowers for the roof. We gotta get those as soon as possible, because we're gonna need those freaking lawnmowers, man. Because those, especially when it gets to like 5-8 and 5-9, we're just gonna pretty much be forced to use our lawnmowers. It's gonna get a lot harder than this. For now, we're just chilling a little bit, responding to crises when we have to, but... You know, it's mostly just these cone-headed fools, and we deal with them with the way we always deal with them. Alright. Use a squash on the... Oh, nope. No Explodo Nut. None of that for today. But we're going to deal with the ladder zombie the same way we've been dealing with them. Oh, you know what? We didn't even need that squash. It was a waste of resources. Turns out they're about as tough as a conehead anyway, just a little faster. They're not even that much of a problem. They're more of a problem in the wave, I assume, but like if they're just coming by themselves, they're not even a problem. It'll just take 2 cabbage pulls. They just die a little. They just don't die at the same place the coneheads do just because they're faster. They're about as strong as a conehead, just faster. So they're not even that much of a threat. But, in any case, we're looking to be in pretty good shape for this final wave. We'd have to really mess things up. Although the bungees are going to come. I forgot those guys exist for a second. Here they come. Looks like what row would be the good for the jalapeno? I'm thinking this one right here. Ba-boom. Okay, now I have to think also about what row would be good for a squash. This one, potato mine, that one, squash. Either way, we should be all set there. Either way, we should be good. I'm just putting these down out of precaution, you know. There comes the conehead. He would have probably died anyway, but potato mine will get him extra. So that level wasn't too bad, and now we get the coffee bean. Okay, so now the plot thickens, people. We got pogo zombies, we got ladder zombies, and we got football zombies to deal with. This is not going to be too fun. Now, we got the coffee bean. I'm tempted. Do we try any messed up stuff with the coffee bean and the magnet shroom? Because obviously that takes away the metal from the pogo and the ladder and the helmet guy, football guy. I don't know. Let's start with our basic stuff here. Start with our basics. So those are our basics there. Should we try to approach this level with the... I'd say we at least got it. It's 175 sun though, and obviously when you have 0 sun to work with from sunflowers, that makes things kind of difficult. But we could give it a try. We can give it the old college try, so yeah, why not? Let's see what we could do with it. I don't think it can hurt. In the early game stages of the way things are going, but it's gonna get intense later on, just you wait. So watch every bit of sun that you spend. And the coffee bean's charged because for some reason, and this is a thing you could do in Plants vs. Zombies, you can play a coffee bean without necessarily having to play it on anything. You could just play the coffee bean dry. You don't have to frickin' whatchamacallit. You don't have to actually have anything that activates on it. You could just play the coffee bean dry if you really wanted to. So, don't exactly know why anyone would do that, but you can if you want to. So that's why it's charged, in case you're wondering. Obviously, the only plant we could use it on is the magnet shroom, because the coffee bean only works on plants that are night plants, are nighttime plants. It's supposed to wake them up, like all the mushrooms and stuff like that. Don't eat my flower pot, thank you. Alright, here's our first wave. We're not in great shape here, but we can survive. Here comes a ladder zombie already, but we know that they're weak to 2 cabbage pults, so it's fine. At least it seemed that way. At least it seemed that they were weak to 2 cabbage pults, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Yep, they chomped some of my flower pot out, but it doesn't matter ultimately. Did not have to worry about spending an extra 50 on a squash or anything like that. We are good, folks. We are good. Now, when they get behind some of the other zombies, that's when you have to be scared. But, when they're leading the charge by themselves, it's not as bad. Heads up, here comes Mr. Pogo. Alright, need one more sun, get that squash. Or will he die too? Hold on a second. Is he gonna die? Yeah, he died too. Nah. Just getting ready to play the squash, but again, when they lead the charge, when they just lead the charge, straight up lead it, it's when they sneak behind another zombie, that's when you gotta worry about it, because they're obviously fast. Both the ladder and the pogo zombie. That's when you gotta worry about them. And the football zombie, forget about it. You have to use some sort of potato mine or squash to deal with them. You got to use some sort of instant explosive, or else they are going to wreck your board. Because they're fast too. And not only are they fast, they are incredibly tough. So it's not exactly ideal. We're going to use a potato mine on Mr. Football Player here. This is the way you got to be resourceful during oh wait, is that going to charge? Please charge. Please actually charge. Yes, thank you. Okay, good. This is the way you got to be resourceful during these times of crisis, I tell you. All right, what's in the huge wave? There's a football zombie here. Besides that, a whole bunch of nonsense. But the football zombie is obviously something to be scared of, so we're going to squash him. I'm going to get this, you know what? I'm going to go full experimental and get this magnet shroom going. All right, this pogo. Oh, it took his thing. My goodness. I just wasted a squash completely. Well, I think that magnet shroom is going to be helpful nonetheless. Help reduce some of the impact of these guys crawling around the field and such. The next guy that comes up, I'm not going to try and squash him. I'm going to let the magnet shroom take care of business. Let the magnet shroom cook. Let him take care of that football zombie. You do it. You take away his football gear. Do it. Come on. You know you can. Magnet shroom. Work. Thank you. I'm like begging it to work. I'm like, take away his helmet. Do it. Do it. Alright, this ladder zombie, we know what happens with him. Yep, there he goes. The magnet shroom is added again. It was a good idea to add the magnet shroom. Now, can the magnet shroom recharge on time with this football zombie, or we'll have to use the squash? Because that... Okay, I don't think I'll have to. Alright, there was really some 4D chess I was playing adding that magnet shroom, wasn't it? Give myself a pat on the back for that. Turns out it wasn't too expensive after all. We knew we had to deal with metal somehow, so we knew we had to deal with all these metallic creatures, so the best way to do that is to use the magnet shroom. And then we have plenty of sun to deal with this final wave. We can use a squash, a jalapeno. Heck, we can use another... Was that smart? Probably not, but we can use another magnet shroom. Here they come. Yeehaw. Alright, in this case, we're going to have to squash Mr. Football Zombie. Alright, they're going to start to eat our rows up a little bit, but it's a whole bunch of weak zombies from here on out, so I'm not too worried. Just a bunch of weak zombies, weaklings. They are not going to be able to get past our defense here. At least not all the way to the end. And whew, I thought that'd be a little harder than it actually was, not gonna lie, but that magnet shroom really saves you. It really saves you. That was a good choice to add that. So we used the magnet shroom effectively, and we are on to 5-5, which we will play in the next round of Plants vs. Zombies without sunflowers. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Till next time, this has been Waluigi the Master. Peace out.